All right, in Washington, they are gearing up for a major fight over raising the nation's borrowing cap. The United States is expected to hit its debt ceiling today, which could have major implications for millions of you and throw the economy potentially into a tailspin. The White House has said that they would like it to be raised with no strings attached. But Republicans, who, as we all know, have now a slim majority in the House, are demanding spending cuts. The Treasury Department has warned that it will start taking extraordinary measures when the United States hits the current $31.4 trillion borrowing cap, but those measures will only buy them some time, just a few months potentially.
$31.4 trillion in debt. That is the mark the United States hits today, and that's the legal limit. If Congress does not raise that limit, the country risks default, which would have almost unimaginable consequences. Now, the Treasury Department is taking what are called extraordinary measures to push that date back a bit, but they can't do it forever.
But we do begin this hour with the U.S. about to hit its $31.4 trillion borrowing limit. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Kate Baldwin. The battle over the nation's debt ceiling is upon us. The United States just hit its borrowing limit of $31.4 trillion. And that means the Treasury Department must now begin to use a series of what's called extraordinary measures to avoid default. Extraordinary measures that are no longer so extraordinary since they've had to be used so often.
Yeah, and I think that's where there's risk of the White House kind of losing some support by taking such a no negotiation position, because at the end of the day, there is some correlation between your debt and your spending. Your spending leads to your debt. And I think the people who are at home are looking at Congress. They're not just looking at the White House, but they're looking at Congress and they're saying, we have to control our spending because we only have so much we can put on our credit card. You need to do the same. Republicans understand that, and that's why they want to have that conversation.